So guys, just want to spread some knowledge. Working on this 2007 Nissan Versa, and I had to do some subframe bushings. And as you can see, the whole subframe has to come out. But just wanted to give you a quick rundown on what you have to do. The rack can come out with the subframe. Inside the vehicle, there's going to be a bolt that goes from the intermediate shaft to the steering rack, and you can actually unbolt that and drop the rack with the subframe without having to disconnect it. Also on the sides, you're going to just disconnect the sway bar and link, the tie rod, the lower control arm, and you can pull this thing out. Also with these are like hangers. There's gonna be one on each side. On the driver's side, you're gonna have to remove the 12-volt battery and the air intake box, and there's gonna be a bolt right there for the hanger, right where that clean spot's at. So to get access to that bolt, both of those components have to come out. And on the passenger side, the other hanger bolt's gonna be right there. So easy access. You can just peel this cover back a little bit and get access to that. And then when working under the vehicle, you're gonna have to remove the tranny mount that's still connected to my subframe, and then this wiring harness. You're gonna have to take that off of the steering rack bracket, and then you'll have 4 bolts, 2 on each side, this one, and this whole bracket will come off. Make sure you're supporting the subframe with a jack so it doesn't fall on you. But after that, you can start bringing it down. And just to show you real quick, the steering rack is going to come out of there, that hole, and then you're going to disconnect this intermediate shaft from the steering rack itself. And after that, you'll be able to pull the steering rack with the subframe down. Another thing you want to do, just to make sure your wheel doesn't spin, to prevent damaging your clock spring, is grab a seat belt and just loop it on the bottom and then buckle it in so that this steering wheel can't move. The hardest part with me was pressing in these bushings. Ended up using this long bolt, but a longer bolt with more threads would have worked easier. And then used ball joint adapter to like kind of use them as like spacers, but in order to press that bushing in. And the reason why I did this repair was because the bushings were blown out on the subframe itself. So like this subframe sitting in the vehicle could shift back and forward, and when you're braking or accelerating, you can kind of hear a clunk and also feel almost like the wheel is moving back and forth. So that is why we did this repair. If you're doing this job, good luck.